I was a younger man when we started this project. We were held up by a couple of months of rain and plenty of other distractions, but we finally finished these gate posts, so here's the video in case it helps someone. Sandra needs some new gates for the entrance to her new yard, so we need to put some posts in to hang them on. When you start looking at gate post design, it's every bit as interesting and varied as gate design. There are thousands of shapes and sizes to choose from. We wanted to keep them looking fairly traditional, though this shape is more typical perhaps of East Coast Ireland than this side. Now of course this type would have been made with stones originally, but for some reason we just don't have any suitable building stones here on our land. Everyone else we know has stones, but no stones for us. It seemed a bit silly to buy stones and then carefully build them up into the right shape and then cover them up with a cement mix. So we bought concrete pipes instead. These are not expensive, but they are heavy. Luckily, this was back in the old days when Yap would come and help out sometimes. Thanks, Yap. We positioned the bottom ones over a bit of a hole in the roadway, with supervision from Marta and Harriet. Perhaps the holes should have been deeper maybe, or wider, or perhaps the pipes should have gone down into the hole further, but it seemed to work out anyway. These should hold the gate pins secure once the concrete has set around them. And then we had to get the other pipes up to the right height so we could put them on top. No sky hooks available and no fore-end loader on a tractor, so we did it the Stone Age way.
One, 2, 3. 1, 8, 7, 9.
Coordinated.
3.
Reckon that the Egyptians were covering up. 1, 2, 3, go. You reckon the Egyptian would have had a foreman like, oh no, we have to be ready on Thursday because the concrete lorry is coming.
The slaves are coming on Thursday at 10 o'clock.
2, 3.
1, 2, sorry, one more time. And
1, 2, 3, go!
Yeah, pretty good.
how's it looking? Is it in the lip, Sandra?
In the lip. Yeah, it is.
Against towards you slightly, hold it that way.
Oh, well done.
The shape requires a collar and round top. I made a simple mould out of sterling board. If you do the same thing, remember to think about how you disassemble it afterwards. All these little parts were just screwed together, so it was easy. And then came the day when Pacho and the cement lorry arrived. We had our metal group number 2 around, just in case. I was worried that the whole thing might just fall over when the mixer dumped the mix in. But as it turned out, the chute wouldn't go high enough anyway, so we had to put the mix in manually. It was slower and harder, but much safer too.
Oh, I hope I don't drop the camera now.
If I don't touch your fingers with my...
What wooden thing?
They're behind me.
You want me to get that?
2 donut things, yeah, please.
You walk around the lorry and it's right behind Tim there.
The ring had to sit on the lip of the pipe to keep it in the right position, but there's only a lip like this at one end of each pipe, which is why we had to put the longer piece of pipe on top of the shorter piece. And some mix went around the base, which added a lot to the footprint and should stop the post from tipping over. A couple of days later they were still standing, so we gave them some scudding, which is just wet cement flicked on the surface to get a better grip for the next layers of mortar. And then I started building up those layers, not so easy on a curved surface. Lots of thin layers went on, leaving a keyed surface each time I used a yard broom. I'm trying to give it the distinctive bulge that turns it from a couple of tubes standing on top of each other into something with a little bit more character. This is when the rain set in. A couple of times the latest layer was just washed straight off again. But this week we got to put the final layer in place. There's some waterproofer in there as well as the sand and cement. Luckily you just wouldn't want to make these too perfect. The imperfections in shape and finish make them more friendly, I'd say. And finally some whitewash to finish them off. I think they look quite smart, but a little strange without a couple of gates. Soon, gatepost, soon!